Yes, I have tried a new editing style in this video, and I have tried to pack more content than usual. And while I was climbing the mountain we saw last time, I died. And so this basically begins my return journey. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing, it gets really boring at times, but I'll show you all the highlights and important things that happened. I gathered some stuff, I even got some gold armor from this nether portal. The ruined nether portal to be exact. And uh, some really good stuff. I also got some flint and steel and some iron nuggets, which actually will help me to make some shield and stuff like that. Which was the basic reason why I had actually died last time, because I hadn't really made a shield. Let me just get these items quickly. And now I was thinking, should I have absolutely no food. So I was thinking maybe I can kill some cod, but I didn't do it in the end. And so for my source of food, this is where I actually found it. The mushroom stew, which restores 2.5 or 3 hunger, is actually really good. This is where my speed running instinct sort of kicked in, because when you have no food and you have to go into the nether, then you basically use mushroom stew, and that sort of really helps you, because when you add dandelion to your mushroom stew, it gives you a saturation effect. And now the brown mushroom, so brown mushroom and red mushroom, you need both of them to make the stew. And as you can see, I am really low over here, like 2 hearts, and I was even half a heart for a long time. So I decided to make some stone tools, just in case, we don't want to die again. So I found this amethyst geode while I was, just digging away. And it's actually sad that I couldn't really explore it a lot, because I would have died. I was only on half a heart if I had fallen more than 4 blocks. Now I got some wool, some sugar cane. It always helps to, gather the stuff around. It's hard to come by. And I think I started to get lost a bit. But let's see, let's continue on the path. And this guy decided to kill me. Slept for the very first time. And now I actually did get lost and ended up on this new island. Not exactly an island, but a piece of land. And it's actually quite a cool one, because I saw there was nothing special about it, but then I saw some caves and I saw some snow. And so I thought I'm getting snow plus caves plus plains biome, and so it's like all in one package. So I think this is where I'll be making my base this season. It's a really cool place. And I actually even see some sheep and cows, which is what I was looking for the first time. Last time I checked, I did not really find any of them, and so I was actually quite disappointed. It's time to gather some iron and coal. I really want to make iron armor as fast as possible. So no more risks there. And my inventory is getting full, so most probably I will have to go back and put up some chest system to temporary, before I make a storage room and base and all that. And there are a lot of creepers in this area. Like you will see after some time as well that there are just many creepers. I even managed to get a rare items which you can only get from creepers. Really rare stuff. Just getting some coal, getting some iron, gathering stuff. Here comes another one. And I just need to make some torches, it really helps the visibility. And yes, you can hear a lot of monsters, but that's not why I'm going out. I'm not afraid of it. The fact rests that my inventory is full and I need to make a chest and keep stuff. Now, putting down a chest for the first time, it's like making a decision for me. Like I'm going to make my base here, and so I have actually decided that my base is going to be here. Absolutely no issues. Let me just go back and get some more iron. Yeah, now this happened. I said no, I got some really uh, rare stuff from the creeper. When a creeper is killed by skeleton arrow, it actually drops a music disc, which is, it's a really rare item. And I got it because I managed to get them in a line. This is the music disc. You can play it using jukebox, which actually takes a diamond to make. So it's some time before we go there. Now quickly getting some iron, coal, looking around, exploring the caves. Now I tried to repeat the same thing to get another music disc, but this time it just literally blew up in my face. My food storages are getting a bit short. Just lots and lots of creepers here. Some more iron. And my pickaxe is about to break. I think I have no wood on me, so maybe I'll have to go back. Okay, I had one birch log which actually saved me, and I can make one more pickaxe now, so that's really useful. I had actually thought of keeping that one in the chest, but I thought, let's just carry it. So really got lucky there. I'm exploring some more, found some deep slate and related stuff. Now, this area is actually quite cool, and I think it will be a really good area for making a long-term mine, say like a deep slate mine or something like that, because I have a rough idea of what I want this season, and I will be revealing it in the next episode, but it's going to need deep slate. And like it usually happens during cave exploration, I went in from one place and got out from another. So let me just quickly find my way back. I I know it's just around here, not very far away. So let me just look around. Okay, I think we are nearly there. Okay, that mountain in the distance looks really cool. We may actually go there in the future. Now I reached and my place was teeming with monsters, especially this guy. He was literally waiting me to sleep. so he can kill me. Okay, I'm not going to allow him to do that. Let me just rest, and now we make some furnaces. To smelt all the raw iron we got, we can turn it into iron ingots, and from that iron ingots we can make all the stuff we want, like iron, armor, and bucket, which I just made. And why do I make a bucket? Because it helps in farming, and you need to have a water source around in order to keep the area hydrated. So I'm just quickly going to make a infinite water source, which you make by making 2 by 2 square and placing water at diagonal opposite ends. Yes, I got a complete set of diamond armor. It's cool. Now let's just grabbing some trees. I have absolutely no wood remaining with me. So I'm also going to get some saplings and sort of plant them later near my base so I can farm them quickly. Let me just chop this off. And now for the starting to make my farm. Quickly took a bucket and place it in the middle. And now I don't know how many of you know it, but farming basically requires a hoe. And what you need to do is basically you need to look at the place, at the block on which you want to plant seeds, and you right click. So basically it tilts the land, and then when the water source is around it, it gets hydrated, and now it becomes possible to plant seeds and the crops to grow. So that's what I'm going to do. And maximum distance of from which you can actually plant the seeds from the water source block is 4. So effectively I'm going to go 4 blocks around and plant it. Now this is a really quick way of harvesting seeds. You just put some water, and as it flows it will break the grass and all the seeds will come. Now I'm just going to go 4 blocks on each side and then connect them to make a big square. So that way I can just plant these and make them grow. Now the reason I'm doing this is to get wheat so that I can tame the animals and finally get some food and leather and all those things going on for me. Let me just plant these seeds and I'm going to get an achievement. Yes, CD place. Now this is a good trick, where you get bone meal from actually bones. You kill skeletons. When you kill skeletons, you get bones, and when you put it on in the crafting table, you can just get some bone meal and boost your plant growth. So I just quickly got some 5 wheat by boosting that. I have some food source now from the pigs I killed in earlier. Okay, now this is a thunderstorm over here, and I'm actually going to gather some animals in this thunderstorm. And it's not an ideal environment because it's dark and monsters spawn, but I just need to get it done. So I'm gonna give it my all. Just make a quick enclosure. Yes, I am a good builder, don't doubt me. This is just some rough stuff that I'm doing before I actually start gathering materials and all that. When I gather materials, it will be much better and it would look good as well. So don't worry about that. Now luring the sheep in. Yeah, it's a big task. They just don't want to follow you sometimes. Now I'm going for the cows. Yeah, these guys just completely, kind of disappeared. So I had to go back and get them all again. Now I'm going for the cows. And look at this is some weird Minecraft. This is why Minecraft is a very technical game. It is snowing and raining at the same place. Just because biomes are transforming there, that's happening. So a bit crazy. Now time for breeding the animals. When you feed them with the preferred food choice, basically they are going to breed. And now I really needed some birch wood, because it's going to be part of my builds. So I just went back and decided to get some birch wood. While I was doing this, I actually found this guy. And yes, it's a wolf. When you tame a wolf, it becomes a dog, and you need bones to tame a wolf. So I quickly got bones from my base, and we have our first pet in the game. This guy, I think he's a guy. So let's see. What do you think we should name him? Put it down in the comments if you watched the video this far. What should we name our pet dog? And I think I'll quickly set up a sugarcane farm, and maybe after that this we'll end this episode. I'm just gathering some bird saplings, and yeah, I just realized the hitboxes were still on. Quickly turning that off. I'm getting a birch farm started as well. Now this is the pattern that I'm going to follow for a sugarcane farm. Basically, you place a block of water, you take 2 blocks distance, again a block of water, 2 blocks distance, and then around that block you can place sugarcane. Now there are conditions on how you can place sugarcane. It can only be placed on either dirt block, grass block, or sand, and it needs to have a water at its side. Now block of water, not flowing water, it should be stationary. So that's how it's done. So see you guys in the next episode. Let's see how it goes. And I really value your food feedback on this one. So please comment and tell me how you found the episode. Thank you for watching.